I'm a former Wal-Mart sporting goods department manager. I worked at Wal-Mart for 3.5 years. I was wrongfully terminated. I have since President Mike Duke, Chairman of the board and board of directors, 31 letters, 27 videos, proof gave them 31 pages of proof that I was never trained as a sporting goods department manager. And so I came from Valdosta, Georgia, store 2715 and 899. I came here to make a difference. And I really was hoping after 3.5 years of being ignored by Wal-Mart, I thought that they would at least listen to what we were saying today. And I'm greatly disappointed, but it did not come to the shop.
What were you saying today? What was the message you wanted to deliver to them?
I wanted to deliver a message to them that we love Wal-Mart. We don't dislike Wal-Mart. We love Wal-Mart so much until we're trying to save Wal-Mart from itself. We're trying to save Wal-Mart from the presidents who undoubtedly want to align us with the people of the Republic of China. But we are the people, and we have a voice. We stand for freedom, justice, and equality. So what I wanted to do, in short form, I wanted to bring all active duty military, all retired veterans such as myself, under one banner of freedom, respect for the individual. I wanted to return them back to the very foundation of Mr. Sam Walton. And I hate to say it, but I was terribly, terribly disappointed today.
Yo, if I had 100 sheep and one of them got away, I would leave the 99 and go find that one. That's right. Look from the locks and jaws of Satan, I come creating, penetrating with force from the land.
Greetings. I'm George Boston Ryan with the Get To Free Press, and I report what others ignore. I have approximately 300 to 500 videos since 2008, I believe it was, when I was retired, when I was wrongfully terminated at Wal-Mart store 2615 here in Valdosta, Georgia, under store manager Hal. And they terminated me from my position as a manager of sporting goods. And they terminated me under the heading of inability to perform job. I've had my own business for 14 years before beginning to work at Wal-Mart. I had 21 years in the United States Armed Forces before I was employed at store 2615. And I've sent letters up to Wal-Mart home office, to Bentonville, Arkansas, to former presidents McCullough, Glass, and another one I can't remember the name right now. And I've did video after video after video, proving and documenting that they do not care a damn about their workers. I proved through videos, just like this one on the screen here, that they could care less about their workers. In my situation, Wal-Mart established a 4-week training program. Yet, the store manager, who was making big bucks, Mr. Hal, and Frank Summerlin, assistant manager, and co-managers, but they never entered me into Wal-Mart established 4-week training program.
Outlined here for your convenience. This is the first week of this required training at Wal-Mart constructed for all department managers. That's page 1, 2, 3. All this is just the first week of training. These are the papers involved in the first week of training. 3, 6, 7, 8 pages. And it requires that the department manager and the trainer or assistant manager sign off in this space right here, or initial, in every area of training on all sheets. It also states on the first page that this involved the assistant manager, the personnel associate, and of course me and the trainer. Now that's week 1. Those are the papers involved in week 1, which I was never given as department manager. But on the 20th of March 2008, I was terminated for inability to perform job, although I repeatedly asked to receive this training. We're going to move over to week 2 of training. These are the papers that was involved in the second week of training that I should have received if I would have been treated like all other department managers. Or is it that nobody in Wal-Mart receives any training? And if anybody received training, and if I didn't, then that's a problem. The third week of training, we move over to the papers for the third week of training. These are the papers. These are the papers. Here again, all of this supposed to be initialed off on, dated, to show that I was trained as everybody that worked at Wal-Mart Stores Incorporated. But George Boston Ryan never received this training, where store manager Hal Hallwell is the store manager. That's 1, 2, 3 weeks of training that had to be verified.
If you check my videos out on this channel, Boston G.B.R, you will see where I documented this as plain as I could with a step-by-step breakdown of how Wal-Mart mistreat their workers. I take each week of training where the trainer, the worker, which was myself, the personnel person supposed to sign off on every aspect of training.
As I said before, I asked them to just show me proof of anything that I initialed off on or signed on. I've sent Wal-Mart 29 letters to President Lee and President Mike Duke, and I have yet to receive a response or one of my questions to be answered. Now, I'm going to the 4th week. This is the 4th week paperwork that I'm supposed to receive according to Wal-Mart. I did not create these, y'all. I did not create this paperwork. Wal-Mart did it. But I was not given any of it. The old saying is the proof is in the pudding. Well, Wal-Mart got to eat this cake. And I want everybody to know that this is the truth that you're looking at. No names have been changed to protect Wal-Mart. And here again, because this is the 4th week of training, it's more intense. It's talking about seasonal aisle, back room, pick list. Now, if I never signed off on this, how in the heck would I ever know how to do a pick list if nothing in my records ever showed that they ever gave me anything about a pick list, nothing about a smart termination labels, nothing about seasonal guide, nothing about working the back room? They never trained me on this. There is nothing in their records they can show. But yet they're going to terminate me. Inability to perform job. And if I worked in a department as department manager for 8 months, oh, I think a manager need to be fired. and never given the training, and then say I can't do the job and you never trained me and you let me sit in position for 8 months? Oh, how many more people have been treated the same way? Again, this is the 4th week. Let me go back again. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. I'm missing something. Wait a minute, what am I missing? Oh, my little friends over here. There we go, my little friends. Oh, wait, what they got down here? This is what they got. Oh, this is a recap of the last 2 pages of training. Here again. Oh my God, look at that. More initials that I'm supposed to initial and the system manager supposed to initial. But guess what? It never happened. And is this why Wal-Mart refuses to answer me? Oh, this sheet here, what is quiet? I told, let's see if Brother Ryan was lying. Let's go down to the bottom here. What does it say? Oh, there it is. It says that I acknowledge that I have completed each task as outlined in my detailed job-specific training. Plan. Signing this acknowledgement and not completing all tasks assigned in the training plan is what? Is falsification of a company record and may result in termination of employment. And then it says down here, associate signature. I asked Wal-Mart to show me where I signed on that line. Assistant manager's signature. They refuse to show me anybody that was ever assigned as a trainer. And lastly, completion date. They can't. That's why they won't answer me. Because they know that they never trained me. And so the story goes. Jesus said, and ye shall know the truth, and that the truth will set and make you free. It's time, y'all, that we start holding people accountable. And now the Republicans are talking about doing away with the little workers' rights that we have. And if you know it or not, the state of Georgia is an at-will to work state. Thanks to our legislators, Georgia legislators. We are one of about 14 or 15 other states called an at-will to work state. I didn't know nothing about it until I was wrongfully terminated. They can fire you for good cause, bad cause, or for no cause at all. And they don't even have to tell you why they terminated you. Here again, I close this tape out. This is tape 4. This is the first week that I was denied this paperwork and this training as department manager at store 2615 in Valdosta, Georgia. This is week 2 that I was never given this required mandatory training for department manager, and all department managers should be trained. This is week 3. I did not receive not one sheet. God cannot prove that I signed off on any of this, nor did a trainer. And of course, this is week 4. This is week 4 of training. This is the paperwork. Wal-Mart, not me. And of course, number 5, my little friends over here, they holding the last 2 sheets. And this is the 4th week of training. Then they verify, and they backs it up with a signature. And if I would fail to sign that signature, this is equivalent to the 623 in the military. But the only difference is the military train you. And then after training, if you cannot perform, then when a person is terminated, they understand why they was terminated. But if you are not trained, then
So I addressed my concern to the president of Wal-Mart and to the executive board of directors. And they ignored me for many years. All this you can see because it's been well documented. Now, I'm not going to get into that because it's already published on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Just Google Valdosta Wal-Mart store 2615. That's all you got to do. Wal-Mart store 2016 in Valdosta, Georgia. Now, if you don't find it that way because they try to block everything that is said that is factual about large corporations, just put George, Boston, R-H-Y-N-E-S, and Wal-Mart store 2615. Now, I never was able to get the attention of Wal-Mart, but I did get the attention of somebody in Washington, D.C. And these people in Washington, D.C. called me and asked me to be one of the 141 people to march on the home office of Wal-Mart Stores Incorporated, and that they would pay all my expenses for nearly a week. And I told them, sure I can. Now, you can Google my name and Wal-Mart store home office Bentonville, and you will see where I covered all of that with the little cheap camera I had at the time. This is a more expensive camera here, excluding my phone up here that I'm doing it live on Facebook.
Wal-Mart store 1985. My concern is that y'all bringing contractors to do work and taking the money out of my share. We're not going to take it anymore.
Now, you know, it seemed to me that if anybody could present a case so clear as I did, that Wal-Mart somebody would respond to that person. I remember when they terminated me, and the co-manager there and some of the assistant managers told me, you can fight it, but you can't win, because Wal-Mart does not listen to complaints nor workers. Now, this is from the top management of the store here in Valdosta, store number 2615, years ago. Now, you can hear me saying what I'm saying right now through videos. There isn't anything that I can say about Wal-Mart mistreating their workers, not training their workers, then terminating their workers. And I've seen people walk out that door crying because that was the only income they had to take care of their families. And it is a damn disgrace, I'm telling y'all. It is a disgrace the way Wal-Mart mistreat their workers. Now, I'm not talking about me. When I started doing my rebuttals to Wal-Mart, it was not about me. I get 3 paychecks every month. 3. Or 4. 3 paychecks every month. Okay? So I had income. But what I did not understand before until they terminated me, when I saw people walking out the doors crying like as if though they had lost their mother or their father or their infant child, and with no recourse, it does little to no good to send a complaint up to Wal-Mart executives. abci.blogspot.com, on YouTube, Boston, G.B.R. We are in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And once again, I have another Wal-Mart associate, and we're going to talk with him briefly to share with you because we want you informed.
What's your name, my brother?
Hi, my name is Antonio DeCastro. I'm from Wal-Mart store number 2524, San Jose, California.
Okay. About 3 or 4 people led me to you out of the about 200 people that are here. And we just went to Wal-Mart home office in Bentonville. And but you have a unique story, and I want you to share your story with the people on YouTube. Tell us what happened to you at Wal-Mart and how you see Wal-Mart.
Okay, in November of 2008, I was hit by a car while I was working. It was like not too dark, and there was still daylight. The car backed up really fast and hit me, and then the car took off. I went inside the store, filed a report with the manager, and he said okay, and sent me back out to continue working my shift. I finished my shift, and I worked a few days after that, and went to my own doctor because they didn't send me to no doctor. My doctor said they couldn't see me because it was a workman's comp case.
Okay, now, was you employed at Wal-Mart?
Yes, I was.
And this was on Wal-Mart property?
Yes, this
okay,
was.
Okay.
And it was also on Walmart's time
Okay,
while I was working.
so you was working. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and then in the summer of 2009, I got bit by a dog.
Wait a minute. What happened to your first situation? What, you said he just never did anything?
Yeah, they never did anything, and to this day I still have a lot of pain in my knees and my hip.
What happened to your knees?
Well,
did you go to the doctor? Was you treated?
I can't be treated because it's a workman's comp case, and my doctor says she won't see me for it.
Wait. You mean no doctor?
No doctor.
Anyway.
I have not been seen by a doctor at all till this very day for my injuries.
So it just healed?
It's still, still like a lot of pain.
Did you go to an attorney?
Not yet.
And this happened when?
November of 2008, a few days before Thanksgiving.
Well, why didn't you go to an attorney?
I just was scared for my job.
So
I was scared that if I took them to court that I was going to lose my job.
And you needed your job. How old are you?
Me, I'm 21 right now.
Okay, now so oh my God, wow.
I was 18 at the time.
Oh my God. And you telling me that Wal-Mart didn't do anything?
They didn't do nothing.
Are you really, are you telling the truth?
I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
They have it on file too that I filed the report for me being hit by the car.
Well, and you still work at Wal-Mart until this day?
No, I got fired.
Okay, give us the second part and tell us.
Okay, the second part, I was working, it was a hot summer day, and these customers brought their dog. I was pushing the carts in to fill up the cart rail for all the customers to get the carts. And
another thing, excuse me, I don't mean to cut you off, but what department was you working in?
Well, now they call it a courtesy associate,
which
is a stockman / cart pusher.
Okay, all right, okay, go ahead.
And I was filling up the carts, and these customers had this dog, and the dog just lunged up and bit me in the back of my leg.
Okay.
And I asked the customers, did it have its rabies shots, all of its shots and everything? He told me, yes, it did. And I was like, okay, can you wait here 1 minute so I can go get my manager? As soon as I did that and I walked away to go get my manager, they took off.
Wow, well, okay, well, go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead.
And then when I went to go tell the managers, they asked me to go check myself to see if it broke skin. I checked, it didn't break the skin. They're like, okay, don't even worry about filing a report, it didn't break the skin. So it's not that important.
Okay. So the dog bit you, but didn't break the skin?
Yeah, it didn't break the skin.
Okay. Did it hurt?
Yeah, it really hurt. That whole day, it just like hurt.
But it was bruised, I'm sure.
I think a few days later it got bruised. I never checked it after that day.
Wow. Any other stories you want to tell? Not the stories, but any. Any other stories you want to tell? Not the stories, but any other truths you want to share?
Truth, besides, I got threatened for my job in February because I took
Wait, February what day?
I'm not sure, but
Was this year or last year?
It was this year.
Okay.
Of 2000, February of 2011. I was threatened with my job by my manager, saying that if I didn't come back from leave of absence, that they were going to fire me.
Why did they want you to come back on leave? Was the leave of absence approved by them?
Yes, it was.
Well, why would that happen?
I don't know. Because I guess they were short-handed and they wanted me to come work, but I had got pneumonia twice and I was on leave of absence for my back injury, which was from a second car incident. From when I got hit by the car the second time.
You got hit by a car a second time?
Yes, I got hit by a car October 29th, 2010. And this was pretty, like, it was around
and where was it?
6:30, 7 o'clock.
Where did this happen at?
In front of Wal-Mart. In front of
Wait,
the assistant manager.
you got me really confused.
I'm sorry.
Confused. This happened twice on Walmart property?
Yes. The second time was in front of an assistant manager.
Okay, well, so wait a minute. Is sharp cart pushing, is that dangerous? In other words, do other people get hit by cars, or do the other people have injuries, or just you? You're not accident prone, are you?
No, I'm not accident prone.
Okay.
There's actually another cart pusher guy who worked there, and he got hit at around the same time as me on my first incident, and he got really injured so bad that he retired because of his injuries. He couldn't work.
Wow.
He tried coming back to work at least 4 hours, and he couldn't do it. He was in so much pain.
Okay, so and he got a lawyer, right?
I'm not too sure what happened to him because I haven't heard from him.
Okay. Well, we're not a lawyer here, but we just want to, Lord have mercy. Well, there's nothing anybody can do, but there is a statute of limitation, I'm sure, on those things like that.
Yeah.
When I was told about your case, I just want to share it with the American people and people in China and around the world. Now, Antonio, is this one reason you joined Wal-Mart? Our Wal-Mart. Is this why you joined?
I joined so that way all the other associates that worked with me and everyone around the world who's working at Wal-Mart can get respect and everything. I don't want what happened to me to happen to them. To deal with the constant harassment from managers, to deal with them cutting hours.
Well, being that you went through everything that you've gone through and worked on, how did you feel today when we went to the home office and Mike Duke and the leaders of Wal-Mart would not meet with the organization after they had promised that they would be more sympathetic to the needs of our Wal-Mart, which represents concerned people that are working? How do you feel by them not meeting with you after all that you've been through?
I feel angry, upset, dissatisfied, disrespected, because it's not right of them. If they're the higher end people and they say come to us when you have a problem, why aren't they going to come to us when we're there in front of their faces?
Okay. What's your ethnic background?
Mine?
Yeah.
I'm Portuguese and Spanish.
Portuguese and Spanish. Are you American citizen?
Yes.
Okay. And do you think that they would have treated anyone else differently if they had not been? That didn't play a game.
No, I don't think so, because I think the store is always ran by favoritism. Because over at my store, it's favoritism.
Oh, wow.
Favoritism gets its way.
Wow, okay.
Now, while I'm at it, it also do you no good to call the NAACP. Don't call the NAACP. Now, I'm talking about what I've already documented. So you can't get me for criticizing the NAACP. I have already presented that to you with documented facts that one of those years as I was falsely and wrongfully terminated, Wal-Mart, it showed they had gotten $500,000 from Wal-Mart. Now, you can't fight people. That's why a lot of you at Wal-Mart have called on the NAACP and you got no help. The old saying is, he who pays the piper calls the tune.
Why not? We should have been able to come out and, face to face.
ci.blogspot.com. We are doing what we do. Here again, we brought 2 busloads, and we are busy doing what we're doing, and we are trying to take it all the way. We're getting ready to leave, but we don't want to leave until we get the head bus here. This is a historical day. Lord have mercy. It has been an excellent day, I tell you. Okay, we're going to get back on the buses then. Now, I will admit that Wal-Mart did send me one letter after about 5 years, and the letter they sent me was from a regional manager out of Atlanta, but that particular manager, there was no signature on the letter. Now here again, I'm not a lying man. My mother, grandmother, granddaddy, and grandfather, they did not raise a lying man. You can see all this on the videos that I've already posted. Some of you say, Ryan, why don't you shut your mouth and go home and be quiet? Well, I'm already home. In fact, to be honest with you, I gave Wal-Mart the best truth that they could have if they wanted to change, but Wal-Mart is incapable of changing. Wal-Mart will never change. It's not built in their mechanism to change. She said her hired police officers. One of the individuals on the security force pushed, and you'll see it on some more clips, followed one of our cameramen back, talking about get on back on the sidewalk. It was a very intense day. We were almost arrested by the police department. So I need to tell you that, because Wal-Mart means business. Wal-Mart is not playing. Wal-Mart has no intention of treating American workers' rights, and they are doing it with bold vigor and in such a way that could be probably compared to maybe the strong security force just maybe in China. But listen to this female. Listen to this. Listen. I was a manager. They sent me over to Thomasville to get my manager's training. And they taught us thoroughly how to keep an eye out for associates when they try to attempt to organize a union at Wal-Mart. They teach you, they train you as a manager to fight the unions and to control your associates so they will use what they call an open door policy. Here again, I'm not saying nothing that I have not already published in my videos. I said in my videos, yes, Wal-Mart Stores Incorporated has a 100% open door policy. I will agree with them on that. They got an open door policy for all of their workers. And I utilized that door that they had trained me and taught me about as a manager at Valdosta Wal-Mart store 2615. And I'm telling you, that open door looks good. But when you have a valid complaint and you want to rush into that open door, you hit plexiglass, and you run back again, plexiglass, and you almost beat your brains out. But they got open door policy, and it's 100% effective for Walmart, executive board, the presidents, the store managers, co-managers, and assistant managers.
Roger B. Tawney, a Southerner, reads a decision that says that Dred Scott, as a black person, and black people generally, had never been, were not then, could never be citizens of the United States, and as such have no rights which white men are bound to respect.
Wait till the next generation. Wait till the next generation. Wait till the next generation.
That's what they've been saying, you
Wait
see.
till the next generation.
There you'll find your
Wait
identity.
till the next generation.
We're gonna be ready to take a
Wait till
stand
the next generation.
and take control of the life that's in your hands. All along the road, freedom and democracy, gaining moral strength, wisdom and stability. There's gonna be a victory for the common man, a vast awakening all across the land, all across the
Wait
land.
till the next generation.
Apathy's gonna be hard to
Wait till the
find.
next generation.
We're gonna select the things that go into our
Wait
mind.
till the next generation.
We're gonna shape our own
Wait
destiny
till the next generation.
and alter the face of history. All along the road, freedom and democracy, gaining moral strength, wisdom and stability. There's gonna be a victory for the common man, a vast awakening all across the land, all across the
Wait
land.
till the next generation.
This I want you to
Wait till the
understand.
next generation.
I ain't gonna,
Wait till the next generation.
cause
This is the next generation, man.
Now, as I close, and I am closing, I'm almost finished. But I want to close to let you know why I will be republishing more videos about Walmart, and here's why. As department managers, everybody that worked for me, both black and white, when they terminated me, 2008 I think it was, March 25th, all of my workers stay in touch with me because that's the kind of manager I was. I trained my people, and they will join me right here in front of this camera and explain to you. In fact, Mr. Charles Judge have already spoke on these videos, and he talked about how they offered him the position of department manager of sporting goods, and he said, hell no, I don't want it. I watched how you all railroaded George Buster Rhymes out of that position. What in the hell I want it for? Now, you don't have to take my word for it. I've documented this. And I've sent this to the home office of Wal-Mart. But when Wal-Mart don't give a damn, they just don't give a damn. You have watched 13 of my videos. And I promised you that I was going to have one of my employees that worked in sporting goods at store 2615. This is, give me your name. Chuck Judge. Chuck Judge. And he came in, I had been in sporting goods department manager for a period of time. But Mr. Jude was a person, in fact, he was my best worker. And as I've told you before, it's a very unique experience working at Wal-Mart Stores Incorporated. And this is nothing formal, we just gonna do what we do. And I'm not gonna interview him, I just want him to tell his story in terms of what does he think about his Wal-Mart experience. His letter is already online on my blog, kbci.blogspot.com, as well as Boston G.B.R. on YouTube. So tell me about your experiences at Wal-Mart, and then we'll get later into some questions that I would ask you. Just tell us your, yeah.
As I pointed out in the letter, originally I was a Wal-Mart patron, and as time went by, I applied for a job there for Christmas income at as a cashier. And I was offered a full-time job there after a short period, and they kept asking me to leave my other job and do them full-time. And eventually I did, and I've lived to regret it. And as anytime, I guess, when you change a job, there are...
Now, may I live up to my word? For the last 4 weeks, I go to convenience stores, get me a lottery ticket, because I can do that. Some of you people, your pastor, your imam, or your rabbi tell y'all you can't play the lottery. I'm a free man. I do any damn thing I want to and pay the price for it. And if I win, I can pay my price. I can pay the price for anything else I want. So that's y'all game. So this girl didn't know me, and she was talking to the cashier. And she was talking about how she dreaded going into Wal-Mart store 2615 because they talk to the employees like dogs. Let me say it again. The managers talk to the employees and supervisors, talk to the associate like they are dogs and have no respect for them at all. And I told some of the people, you got about 3 people that I know are still there. They tell me, say, Rhymes, it's worse now than it was when you was here. And I didn't believe that they could fall into the pits of hell any worse than they were when I was there.
Risk, but you don't see a company that large making outright lies and writing them in paper and then going against it. That's, in short, my experience. If you want to get the letter in detail, of course you can go to the spot that George just mentioned here and read the whole letter, and that doesn't even describe all the details of the most egregious things I've suffered working at Wal-Mart, but I suppose we can get on with other questions.
So you, after I left, I was fired on March 20th, 2008. What date was you fired on?
Mine was around June the 17th, 2008.
Oh, wow. I know that was mine. And I understand that after I left, what was your experience after I left?
Well, soon after you left, as I explained, they asked me if I wanted to take over your position, and having seen already what you had endured and realized that was a no-win position, I declined, and once I declined, and the axe came down on me, so to speak, I began being requested to do things that were specifically either against Wal-Mart policy or common sense, or even the main thing was all the heavy lifting that was agreed upon before I started that I would not have to do because of pre-existing injuries. And then, as I said, once I would accept the Department 9 manager's job.
Okay, so other words, after I left, they needed a replacement for me, and they mean to tell me that they offered you that job? Correct. And why did you turn it down? Or did you turn it down? Did you accept it?
No, I turned it down. Matter of fact, they asked me 2 or 3 times. I just said, by then I was even getting tired of working there, but I had done quit my other job and couldn't afford, of course, just to up and quit. But to answer your question, seeing the way they treated you made me not want to have any part of that position.
And in your letter, you tried to describe that in your letter as, how did you put it, trying to reach behind your back, or just all the employees had to do that? How did it, what was that?
Well, I think the words I may have used was a little hillbilly-ish, reaching around your ass to scratch your elbow.
Right, yeah. And what did you mean by that, really?
Well, it's like if someone were to say, if I said, George, you hand me that pine cone over there, but I want you to walk all the way around the block and get it for me, and then come all the way back and bring it here, even though you could just hand it to me right there. You know, well, you well know that was a lot of what went on right there. It may not have been that specific of incidents asking you to go get a pine cone, but to get specific, they would ask you to build stuff up in the floors, and then tell you to take you, somebody else would come along and say, take it back down, and then the person who asked you to do it would come back and say, why come my request hasn't been honored yet? And then, of course, you're left in the middle because you're told that you're supposed to respond to whoever your manager comes along, you're supposed to respond to their request at that time. When you got 2 or 3 managers telling you to do 2 or 3 different things simultaneously, well, but you have to, be in 2 places at one time, which is physically impossible.
So what they fired me under the heading of inability to perform job. How do you define inability to perform job compared to what I did and when I was in position?
Well, first off, you have to know what your job is to whether you can do it or not. I mean, if you're given this big, vague job description that doesn't describe what it is you're supposed to do, then how do you even classify inability? You mentioned about the not being trained, and that was one of my concerns. That here you were the manager, but most of the time I seen you, they had you out in the back rooms lifting stuff. This was merely moving merchandise around, and that never clicked with anything. I've been a manager before.
Right.
I've had my own business, and that never clicked with managerial duties that I know of. And my idea of a manager were we were to come answer to you, and you were to direct us to about taking care of the customers or the floor and whatnot.
Well, excuse me, but who was the managers of sporting goods? And if I didn't manage, who gave us all the decisions? Who made all the decisions? If I didn't make, who made?
I guess essentially the store manager.
And assistant manager, right? They was the one. So it's really just like a flunking. Like I've said in a previous clip, that even before I accepted the position as department manager, a friend of mine told me don't take the position because department managers just use, and when they get rid of them, they just get rid of them. So I tend to believe with you is that the assistant manager and the manager is the one who manages the departments anyway, so why even have a department manager?
Well, you mentioned something that triggered something just then. There was a girl that worked there that had been there, she said 9 or 10 years, good long time. And she used to come in the store I worked at before I started working for Wal-Mart. Anyway, we already had a little bit of a rapport going. And she told me flat out, she said, you do not want to give them sporting goods that they were obsessed with told her where they were putting me at, and I blew it off. I didn't think nothing about it other than maybe she just didn't have the ability to do it. But after a short period of working with you and like, the thing we went through with several other employees that wouldn't pull their weight.
That's right, yeah.
And the ones
Dead
of
weight.
us, right, and the ones of us who would work hard, it seems like they would come down to us.
Right,
Right. For the lack of work that had not been done by the employees who wouldn't do it.
What the best way? I've heard you define the best. There's a term that you use in terms of saying box movers. How do you say what type of employee do they really want at that store 2615?
Well, what I could see is they simply want to glorify box shelters. They would give you a title, but from what all I could see, the managers were simply box movers. They were mules, I believe was the term.
Right. Bionic box movers or whatever. So now, who do you see are if the best? And I consider myself to have been one of the best supervisors or people because of my military training and supervisory leadership and management skills for many years. So who?
Roger B. Tawney, a Southerner, reads a decision that says that Dred Scott, as a black person, and black people generally, had never been, were not then, could never be citizens of the United States, and as such have no rights which white men are bound to respect.
So I'm here to say to you all, short form, I'm about finished for sure, is that this broadcast live on Facebook and my hard camera here, I'm doing it that way because I'm going to post this on YouTube. I want you all to know that when you shop at Walmart, I went for 3 years, didn't buy nothing at Walmart. I go back there sometime now, although I don't want to, I don't like to, but I like to walk through and look at the people who work at Walmart. Look how crooked they walk. Look how they limping. Look how some of them is just look like they need to be in a hospital. Look at the Walmart workers and associates. Start looking at those people. Some of them have been injured. Just look at the people. Don't take my word for it. Just stand up sometime when you're at Walmart and just look at the workers and watch them limp. They'll drag a leg on, and some of them just hate to go to work. I tried to tell y'all that. Because when they retired, when they terminated me under the heading of inability to perform job, and I showed you the documents, a 4-week training program, 32 pages, and they didn't enter me into not 1 day of training. They never signed me off on the tails on, the back room, a smart pick list, counting outs. They never trained me, not even one time. And even then, other people said the same damn thing. Walmart don't give a damn.
I was out here because I'm a former Wal-Mart department manager. I worked at Wal-Mart I was wrongfully terminated. I have since President Mike Duke, Chairman of the Board of Directors, 31 letters, 27 videos, proof gave them 31 pages of proof that I was never trained as a sporting department manager. And so I came from Valdosta, Georgia, store 2715 and 899. I came here to make a difference. And I really was hoping after 3.5 years of being ignored by Wal-Mart, I thought that they would at least listen to what we were saying today. And I'm gravely disappointed, but it did not get me shot.
What were you saying today? What was the message you wanted to deliver to them?
I wanted to deliver a message to them that we love Walmart. We don't dislike Walmart. We love Walmart so much until we're trying to save Walmart from itself. We're trying to save Walmart from the presidents who undoubtedly want to align us with the people of the Republic of China. But we are the people, and we have a voice. We stand for freedom, justice, and equality. So what I wanted to do, in short form, I I wanted to bring all active duty military, all retired veterans such as myself, under one banner of freedom, respect for the individual. I wanted to return them back to the very foundation of Mr. Sam Walton. And I hate to say it, but I was terribly, terribly disappointed today.
Because he didn't come out.
Absolutely. But then again, I guess, after 3.5 years of being ignored, it's just a pattern in practice of something that seems like we're going to have to come another day. But they will eventually be forced to reckon with our Wal-Mart, because our Wal-Mart is the people of America. And without the people of America, Wal-Mart would not exist. And when Wal-Mart go over to China, Germany, or in foreign countries, they are nothing more than our ambassadors. And so when they go to represent us, they need to come right back here and understand that we are not going to let them make the world think that all of us approve of what they're doing in the job market. And that's the way it is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait, I need to stop recording.
And so we, the customers of Walmart, we can't do nothing with that big old giant. It's too big. And they've been doing it too long. They love mistreating the people. And you can tell it. Because if they did not love mistreating people, they would not treat them the way they're doing. Now, I know your imam in Islam are not going to say anything about this. Your religious leaders in Judaism is not going to talk about this. Your elected officials are not going to talk about this. Many of the people that are handicapped and have been injured at Walmart and should have got paid but didn't, they won't talk about this. The retired military veterans that put their life on the line for this country in time of war and in time of peace. And they've been mistreated at Walmart, but they won't say it, they won't talk about this. But there are some of us who took an oath that they respected in the armed forces, which said something kind of like this one as I close. I am an American fighting man. I am prepared to give my life in the defense of my country. I will not take special favors nor payroll from the enemy, both foreign and domestic. And so when I return home, and when I see corporations mistreating the same people that I was willing to go die for, that includes my mama, my daddy, my sister, my brother, my children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. So if you veterans, from generals on down to lieutenants, from chief master gunnery sergeant, chief gunnery sergeant, on down to E1, if you can sit and see what is going on in corporations here in America, especially in these states such as Georgia, which have an at-will to work law. They call it a right to work law. It says, I didn't know this because I retired military, had my own business for 14 years before I went to Wal-Mart to be terminated under bogus line management. Never been fired from a job in my life. Never. In fact, Walmart didn't fire me at first. They gave me an alternative to step down to a lower position. I said, hell no. Fire me. I said, hell no. Fire me. Yeah, they want me to step down, lose some of my pay. I said, no. And I told Frank Summerlin, before they even did this, I told Frank Summerlin, they're trying to set me up with the guns. That's what they really was trying to do. But see, I was in the security service. I held a top secret security clearance in the military. And I worked in security headquarters at Keller Air Force Base in the security fence. And you pay for those background checks to get a top secret clearance. So for me to handle guns and to follow those little procedures on securing weapons, etc., was like a kindergarten for me. But still, they thought they were going to get me on that. And there's a whole lot of stuff I can talk about. But I don't want to regurgitate because it's already been published. But I'm going to start republishing it. And I'm doing it because your spiritual leaders and your community leaders, including the civil rights organizations, including your civil rights organizations that are black, will not stand up with the mistreated people at Wal-Mart Stores Incorporated. And I'm not just talking about black people. There are a lot of white folk. In fact, it was white people that told me the other day. And then I was in Walmart today to get me a USB card. Another lady told me, Ryan, if you worked out here now, because you gave them hell when you was over in the sporting goods and you stood up for what is true and what was right. She said, but it's what done got worse. And I told this individual, I said to them, I'm going home, I'm going to cut a video, and I'm going to repost the videos that I've done about Wal-Mart Stores Incorporated. People need to know the truth. And the more you ignorant American people sit down and watch your children, your mothers and fathers suffer at Walmart, and you don't do anything about it, don't say anything about it, but yet you're a Christian, yet you're a Jew, yet you're a Hindu, yet you're a Muslim, yet you're a Catholic, but you won't say a damn thing about what your children and loved ones tell you. Now, I'm going to be frank with you. I don't know what in hell wrong with veterans. You went and put your life on the line for this country and for all these rights they say you had that you don't never see. Now, y'all have a nice day. And please understand that I'm not angry. How can I get angry? How can I get angry when I've been called every dirty name? Some of them not even in Webster's dictionary. And still I smile. But I'm going to give you the truth. Why you do that, Brother Ryans? Because I want you free. And Jesus said, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. I'm going to tell the truth, and I'm not going to lie on anybody. And if anything that I've said in this video that you all can't chew on, and you need more information about, go to my channel. In fact, I got a couple of playlists with hundreds of videos about Walmart. Just Google them on YouTube. Because Facebook, they gone so far down, you have to bring them up. But if you go to YouTube, and by the way, YouTube, a lot of my videos, YouTube won't publish them. That's right. YouTube won't publish them. Some of them YouTube have taken down. And don't worry about the views, because these wicked folk can't never count the views of the righteous. You know what I say? Let me say it again. Wicked folk can never count the number of views from the righteous. Because in their circle, in their mountain of doing things, you don't even exist. And they can do you that way. But remember this. The mind is a standard of the man. The mind shows the standards of a man. So when you see Walmart, there's a man behind that system. And it shows the standards of the man when they mistreat another man. Y'all have a nice day. I'm going to go over here behind my computer, and I'm going to let y'all listen to a little bit of this presentation I did years ago, so you can hear a little bit about what I said, and you can see right quick that I am not a lying man. I speak the truth because I want you free. Listen, please. This is the Get To Free Press social media with George Boston Rhymes. I do this because I love y'all. Each and one of it, every one of you regardless of whether you're a Muslim or Jew or Hindu or Catholic or just simply you. That's who I am. And so let's listen.
As I said before, I asked them to just show me proof of anything that I initialed off on or signed on. I've sent Wal-Mart 29 letters to President Lee and President Mike Duke, and I have yet to receive a response or one of my questions to be answered. Now, I'm going to the 4th week. This is the 4th week paperwork that I supposed to receive according to Wal-Mart. I did not create these, y'all. I did not create this paperwork. Wal-Mart did it. But I was not given any of it. The old saying is the proof is in the pudding. Well, Wal-Mart got to eat this cake. And I want everybody to know that this is the truth that you're looking at. No names have been changed to protect Wal-Mart. And here again, because this is the 4th week of training, it's more intense. It's talking about seasonal aisle, back room, pick list. Now, if I never signed off on this, how in the heck would I ever know how to do a pick list if nothing in my records ever showed that they ever gave me anything about a pick list, nothing about a smart termination labels, nothing about seasonal guide, nothing about working the back room? They never trained me on this. There is nothing in their records they can show. But yet they're going to terminate me. Inability to perform job. And if I worked in a department as department manager for 8 months, oh, I think a manager need to be fired and never given the training, and then say I can't do the job and you never trained me and you let me sit in position for 8 months? Oh, how many more people have been treated the same way? Again, this is the 4th week. Let me go back again. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. I'm missing something. Wait a minute, what am I missing? Oh, my little friends over here. There we go, my little friends. Oh, wait, what they got down here? This is what they got. Oh, this is a recap of the last 2 pages of training. Here again. Oh my God, look at that. More initials that I'm supposed to initial and the system manager is supposed to initial. But guess what? It never happened. And is this why Wal-Mart refuses to answer me? Oh, this sheet here, what is quiet? I told, let's see if Brother Ryan was lying. Let's go down to the bottom here. What does it say? Oh, there it is. It says that I acknowledge that I have completed each task as outlined in my detailed job-specific training. Plan. Signing this acknowledgement and not completing all tasks assigned in the training plan is what? Is falsification of a company record and may result in termination of employment. And then it says down here, a social signature. I asked Wal-Mart to show me where I signed on that line. Assistant manager's signature. They refuse to show me anybody that was ever assigned as a trainer. And lastly, completion date. They can't. That's why they won't answer me. Because they know that they never trained me. And so the story goes. Jesus said, and ye shall know the truth, and that the truth will set and make you free. It's time, y'all, that we start holding people accountable. And now the Republicans are talking about doing away with the little workers' rights that we have. And if you know it or not, the state of Georgia is an at-will to work state. Thanks to our legislators, Georgia legislators. We are one of about 14 or 15 other states called an at-will to work state. I didn't know nothing about it until I was wrongfully terminated. They can fire you for good cause, bad cause,
for no cause at all. And they don't even have to tell you why they terminated you. Here again, I close this tape out. This is tape 4. This is the first week that I was denied this paperwork and this training as department manager at store 2615 in Valdosta, Georgia. This is week 2 that I was never given this required mandatory training for department manager, and all department managers should be trained. This is week 3. I did not receive not one sheet. God cannot prove that I signed off on any of this, nor did a trainer. And of course, this is week 4. This is week 4 of training. This is the paperwork. Wal-Mart, not me. And of course, number 5, my little friends over here, they holding the last 2 sheets. And this is the 4th week of training. Then they verify, and they backs it up with a signature. And if I would fail to sign that signature, this is equivalent to the 623 in the military. But the only difference is the military train you. And then after training, if you cannot perform, then when a person is terminated, they understand why they was terminated. But if you are not trained, then
Wal-Mart store, 1985. My concern is that y'all bringing contractors to do work and taking the money out of my share. We're not going to take it anymore.
Because I'm a former Wal-Mart department manager. I worked at Wal-Mart for 3.5 years. I was wrongfully terminated. I have sex presidents like Duke, chairman of the board and board of directors, 31 letters, 27 videos, proof gave them 31 pages of proof that I was never trained as a sporting department manager. And so I came from Valdosta, Georgia, store 2715 and 899. I came here to make a difference. And I really was hoping after 3.5 years of being ignored by Wal-Mart, I thought that they would at least listen to what we were saying today. And I'm gravely disappointed, but it did not come to the job.
What were you saying today? What was the message you wanted to deliver to them?
I wanted to deliver a message to them that we love Wal-Mart. We don't dislike Wal-Mart. We love Wal-Mart so much until we're trying to save Wal-Mart from itself. We're trying to save Wal-Mart from the presidents who undoubtedly want to align us with the people of the Republic of China. But we are the people, and we have a voice. We stand for freedom, justice, and equality. So what I wanted to do, in short form, I wanted to bring all active duty military, all retired veterans such as myself, under one banner of freedom, respect for the individual. I wanted to return them back to the very foundation of Mr. Sam Walton. And I hate to say it, but I was terribly, terribly disappointed today.
Because he didn't come out.
Absolutely. But then again, I guess, after 3.5 years of being ignored, it's just a pattern in practice of something that seems like we're going to have to come another day. But they will eventually be forced to reckon with our Wal-Mart, because our Wal-Mart is the people of America. And without the people of America, Wal-Mart would not exist. And when Wal-Mart go over to China, Germany, or in foreign countries, they are nothing more than our ambassadors. And so when they go to represent us, they need to come right back here and understand that we are not going to let them make the world think that all of us approve of what they're doing in the job market. And that's the way it is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait, and you stop recording.